We begin tonight with an awful tragedy from the lakeshore. We are learning more about what happened when a 12-year-old boy was swallowed into a sand dune and died. Gage Wilson has been identified as the victim. He was with a group of Boy Scouts at North Point County Park near South Haven when the incident happened yesterday. 24-hour News 8's Marvis Herring has more from Wilson's family and the very latest from police tonight. Marvis, you.
Leon, good evening. Gage Wilson's family members tell me the 12-year-old was thoughtful and loving. He was always showing them something new that he'd learned through Boy Scouts. And though relatives say Wilson lived by the group's national motto of be prepared, police say nothing could have prepared Wilson for what they're calling a tragic accident. South Haven police say 12-year-old Gage Wilson of Portage was digging into the sand dune just north of Van Buren State Park yesterday. Then sand came crashing down.
When they found him, he was completely covered in sand.
The top half of the young Boy Scout's body immobilized by the dune collapse.
Witnesses on scene estimated anywhere from 15 minutes up to half an hour.
Wilson had been digging by himself, according to those same witnesses. Several other Boy Scouts and leaders were in the area, which is home to a Boy Scout camp. Police say a fellow scout made the 911 call.
They saw part of his body. I think his legs were exposed out of the sand. And that's when they realized something was wrong, and they ran to him and found that he was covered in sand and wasn't moving.
It was a labor-intensive rescue. Once the responders got here to the dunes, they were able to establish a pulse for the 12-year-old, but they still had to make it through this sandy terrain and then around this winding trail of trees before they got to the helicopter.
Once the officers drove as far as they possibly could, they had to trek and walk up the sand dune, kind of meander through some of the area that's wooded and with ravines, and eventually walk back down the sand dune.
As the family mourns tonight, the Scout executive released a statement saying, quote, "We are sad to confirm the death of one of our youth members following an accident at a scouting event," end quote. It also says safety is integral to everything we do, and the BSA places great importance on prevention and preparedness to create the most secure environment possible for youth members. And right now, police say this appears to be an accident, but the investigation is still active. And just moments ago, Gage Wilson's mother reached out to me, and she says she has questions about the supervision of her son when all of this happened.